as we get the population vaccinated, and the ambition is to have all adults have a first dose by the end of July, as the Prime Minister has said, you start to get real protection across the entire population. At that point, many of these things that we've got in place now will have gone. It's possible that coming into next winter, in particular, certain things may be necessary. And Tony Fauci yesterday said in the US that he thought that things like masks may be needed next winter. And I think we're in the same position, that it may be necessary next winter to have things like mask wearing in certain situations. Hand hygiene should remain part of the norm. Making sure that if we get the sorts of symptoms that we know are associated with COVID, we stay off work. Having an effective test, trace and isolate system still in place will be an important part of the baseline measures that we're talking about, and taking individual responsibility for thinking about where there's an environment in which there could be a risk, particularly during the winter months, are the sorts of things that I think we should expect for next winter. That's not the same as a whole raft of NPIs in place restricting movement. Now, all of this depends on what we see and what we measure and how this goes. So I'm not making any promises about anything, but those are the sorts of measures that you might expect, I think, as a sort of baseline to be required during winter months.